Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and you're watching a video as a part of a series of What Would You Do? And this is something that people ask me frequently. Hey Chris, what would you do in one situation or another? So I do 5 of these What Would You Do videos every week. 4 of them are private, or really unlisted, just for the people who support me as a patron. Those 4 videos are exclusive, and we've done almost 20 or 25 exclusive videos to this point. You can get them all. You can watch them all. This one is a quote-unquote freebie, which means this one's public. Anybody could watch it. And so I answer a what would you do question submitted by a patron. This does not mean I ignore everybody else. Still do public AMA, still do live streams, still answer questions every single day on my blog, chris.pirillo.com. So today's what would you do is asked by Efrain, who wonders, what would you do if crowdfunding didn't exist? Okay, this is a toughie. Easy one, but also a toughie. Give me a second here. I've got to prepare my brain and my mouth. By the way, if you didn't know, I am streaming this video live onto YouTube. Crowdfunding. I like the idea. I really do. The idea of crowdfunding is fantastic. I've backed projects over the years, and many of them I would say have been not disappointing, but probably projects I wouldn't have backed. Let me qualify that. There have been many projects I've backed and have been very, very happy with those results. So the projects I've backed that I've appreciated have typically been related to some kind of content. The projects I've backed on crowdfunding sites that I've not been happy with have been related to tech, hardware, software, services. A great idea comes forward with a great team who says, hey, we wanted to make this thing for you, and if you back our Kickstarter project or Indiegogo project or random crowdfunding site project, we will send you a unit if you back it at a certain level. Yeah, I really can't think of many things I've backed that have been tech-related, hardware or software, or even a service, that I've been that impressed with once it's actually shipped. That's the truth. I just have this random experience of backing the quote-unquote wrong projects, and that may be the case. And I've learned over time that you don't just back the idea, you back the team. You back the person who you believe in and that you believe can actually make something happen. Now, that doesn't mean that every single project I've backed has sucked. It just means that most of the projects I've backed, if it's related to hardware, software, or something related to tech, inevitably suck. When it comes to technology stuff, something hardware or software related, I'll wait until it ships before I take a look, or want to spend my money on something if I'm not given the opportunity to receive a review unit. Now, on the other hand, I've had great success with media projects. So someone that I know can perform well, that has done stuff that I liked in the past, comes forward and says, you know what, we're looking for some backers. This is the kind of project we want to do. Artists, really. And so I have an idea of what they've done. And I know that what they've done, they could deliver again and again and again. And I haven't been disappointed with any of them. So when it comes to crowdfunding, I've kind of backed away from anything related to a physical product and backing that stuff because there's so much that could go wrong. Hell, some of the first things that I backed on Kickstarter have yet to ship. Media projects, already done or in the pipeline. Good to go. The hardware stuff, not so much. So I've pretty much, I said this I think last week in a TLDR broadcast, I've stopped backing anything related to tech in terms of hardware or software. Now, if it's a tech content project, like the one Craig Chamberlain's doing, he's a tech teacher, and he's kind of following my footsteps in the sense that he set up a Patreon campaign. That's a crowdfunding resource. And think of Patreon, as I've used it, as a way to better anticipate what's going to be happening over the coming months. I had this issue where I wanted to talk about geek news, product views, and answers that you can use on a daily basis. The problem was I couldn't do it in such a way that it was cost effective. And let's face it, we all have so much time in our day. And the thing that I cannot do, I have to rely on others to do. Well, some people I'm able to work out an exchange with, but other people, like my small team, I have to pay to work. I mean, because they have to pay the bills. So I've got a team of 2 people around me. Neither one of those people really do anything with video editing or processing or some of the geekier things that I might have need for, as in software development, design development, and what have you. So in order to grow the team, to be able to do more of what I would like to do, I've got to build up production. That costs money. That takes people. It takes talent. and I don't necessarily have them at, my fingertips like other people do. So I could count on advertising or sponsorship, which is possible, but it's not as possible as it is to rely on the crowd, who has said, allegedly, that they want that kind of content from me. They say,